Hey, how are you? If you can hear the sound of my voice, how are you doing? How's your day going? How did your day go? Yeah. So today we will be talking about some what is happening in the market, what is happening presently in the crypto markets, and yeah, did I tell you welcome to the channel? Oh, if I didn't, hey, well, welcome to the channel. And have your day been? What is happening? How's everything going? Anyways, today we're going to talk about what is happening in the market and how it is going. Right. So first of all, first things first, we're talking about Luna. So yes, as you can see on your screen, new Luna token collapses as Do Kwon faces arrest. We all know who Do Kwon is by now, but if you do not know, I'll show you his face immediately. So Do Kwon is, as you can see here, is let's say the face of Terra Luna, the token that lost 99.9% of investor money. I always say investor money because that is what it is. And yeah, so new Luna token collapses as the Kwon faces arrest. So now, directly into the article. So the sharp drop came after a South Korean court issued an arrest warrant against founder of Luna, Do Kwon. Kwon swiftly became one of the most influential names with the cryptocurrency industry, with two of his coins simultaneously occupying spots in the top. Mind you, that was a big deal. You know, having that, reaching that level was huge, huge, huge. However, the project faced a very swift demise in May, losing virtually all of its value within a few days. The 60 billion implosion attracted attention from regulators, politicians, and big names in legacy financial markets. So, if you listen to my voice, you know what is happening. I mean, over huge sums of money was lost. I heard about some YouTuber who said he had lost over $5 million in the during the Luna crash, and yeah, so many people affected. So now the fact that he's been arrested, his arrest was has been ordered for, is a good thing, because I mean, if you let people suffer, if you make people suffer because of your selfishness, I mean, you deserve to pay for it. Anyways, so back to the article. So during the his only wide-ranging interview following the crash of the project, Kwan seemingly downplayed the possibilities of facing the jail time, simply refined that replying that life is long. He is also saying that his intention to remain. He also signaled his intention to remain in the cryptocurrency industry despite suffering a huge reputational hit. I won't be surprised if this guy goes on to create another token. People will definitely buy, because people don't listen, and these are the majority in the market. Anyways, in May, Kwan launched Terra 2.0 to start his project from scratch without an algorithmic stablecoin. Earlier this September, the new Luna token pumped by more than 200% within hours during a massive speculating frenzy. The massive price uptick was not driven by any bullish announcements. Now, you see, what really happened here was this, right? I saw this. I made a video about this. You could actually check the video on my page, on my channel. And I said something. I said, don't go into the market right now. I mean, it has not been tested. Just relax. The fact that it hit $7 was not a reason why you should trade. I mean, just calm down and see what was happening. I'm sure it was a quick cash grab for the smart investors, but hey, come on. I mean, you don't just want to lose the little you have just because the market was going nuts, and there was no reason to even buy into it, because I mean, the market is bleeding. So putting your money should be that you are investing for probably long term, not just investing for just a quick cash grab. Else you have to be like a professional to be able to do that. All right, learn from this. Anyways, Luna Classic, the token behind the Luna Classic blockchain, also went on a wild rally because of a new token bond scheme that would reduce its gargantuan supply. Okay, that's a huge word. All right. So during his only wide-ranging interview, I think we should cover that. I already have the page open. So during this wide-ranging interview here, so Terra co-founder names person who is to blame for collapse. Although I read it and he didn't mention, but anyways, yeah, he mentioned actually, but I'll go over that right now. So in this article, Kwan acknowledges that he was a person who represented the vulnerabilities that resulted in a multi-billion-dollar crash. I don't know if you were On Twitter, there was something happened where Do Kwon actually said something. He had actually, I think he had a bet with somebody. Somebody baited him into having a bet, and then this person spoke about the vulnerabilities of Luna, and he bought into it, bragging that nothing will happen. But in the end, it happened, and Luna crashed. And investors, I always say investors lost their money. Hopefully he learns, and hopefully he learns from this, because so many people have lost their money. Now, I'm sorry, I keep getting messages on my phone. It's on my computer. It's pretty sad. Of course, this is what happens when you're in a relationship, and you have to check. You have to be there. I mean, if you're in a relationship, you'll understand, anyways. So now back to what we were talking about. Now let's move on to the next news of the day. All right, let's move on to what is happening. The next news of the day. So we have Cardano. I should say, founder of Cardano. So Cardano's Charles Hoskinson. I always find it difficult to pronounce his surname. Hoskinson on Elon Musk's Twitter deal. So called it a shotgun wedding coming. All right. If you know, at some point Elon Musk wanted to purchase Twitter. He was doing everything he could, and he was literally pushing their hands to let him buy it immediately. And at some point, I think we heard now that he was out of the deal. But the shareholders are saying, hey, you will buy it regardless. So that's how the market is going, and that's how it is going, not the market per se. And in this article, he described it as a one-night stand and shotgun wedding. So a one-night stand, I think we all know what a one-night stand should be. But then he called it a shotgun wedding. So a shotgun wedding literally is when a person marries a lady just because the person is pregnant. So, and so he said in this article, he said Musk does have issues pulling out. In early July, Hoskinson tweeted on the same subject, must have issues pulling out of the deal with Twitter. The reason for the pullout by the innovative cent billionaire is that he claimed that Twitter failed to present him the adequate data on the percentage of actual users on Twitter versus spam bots. Prior to that, Hoskinson, sorry, did I say Hoskinson? Anyways, you understand me. Anyways, I'm sorry. Prior to that, Hoskinson suggested building a brand new decentralized social media platform where Musk could move should his Twitter deal fail. That is a great idea. Trust me, that is a great idea. I think we need that. Because we all need free speech, but as much as our speeches are not, I won't say hurting, but as much as what we're saying isn't depriving people of joy, we should be careful with the words we use. Anyways, that is it for that. I wouldn't want to go so much into that because it doesn't carry so much weight on the market. And we have a third one, which is today the most important news of the day. We have how high will Ethereum price reach by the end of 2022? So here's what BitMass CEO predicts. So mind you, we have so many predictors who come and say, oh, the market will do this and the market will do that. You're not in our pockets. You do not know how we intend on spending our money. So what are you saying? Anyways, you've all heard about the Ethereum merger, and the merger is actually a good thing. Indeed, it is going to pump the market, but we all know still that the market is bleeding right now. But I still advise people, hey, buy Ethereum. Ethereum is the future compared to Bitcoin, because we do not know what Bitcoin is going to do. We do not know. People might decide to start removing their money from Bitcoin to put in Ethereum. Think about this. Bitcoin is like Yahoo, and in my opinion, Ethereum is like Google. Yahoo is there. It's like, oh yeah, Yahoo is still pretty popular because it was like the big boy back then. But Google is the it. Google is the it. Google is like an ecosystem, like a blockchain. Then we have Yahoo, who's still an ecosystem, but we're like saying, okay, we still have this love-hate relationship. Most of us, they have our Yahoo mails, but it's still there, but we're like, we moved on from you, but we're there. So Bitcoin is here to stay, true. But what are we going to do with it? We still do not know. So let's be very careful. Let's trade wisely. All right. So back to the article. I'll take you straight down to this part where all right. So almost 80% of nodes on Ethereum network have been upgraded to the latest client releases. The merge is all set to take place on September 15th. So if you're reading this right now, after the 15th of September, or listening to me on my voice right now, you probably should know that the merger has already taken place. All right. So recently, after a strong rally, the world's largest cryptocurrency, second largest cryptocurrency rather, after Bitcoin, Ethereum has been under immense selling pressure. This is contrary to market participations anticipated. Ethereum is currently trading at 1,722. Mind you, this was at the time of this article. I will check right now the price of Ethereum, and right now Ethereum is trading at 1,494, meaning that the price has actually dropped, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, this is the market; it's always like this, and mind you, crypto is pretty volatile. So so back to what this written here. So we see a few skeptics of the opinion that the merge will be a sell news event and and the Ethereum price would correct and possibly crash after the merger. They anticipate that the hype and optimism that is currently surrounding the asset will subside post the merge. Well, this is their opinion, and we always, like I said before, we always have people who always have an opinion on this. Why do I think I need to listen to them? Probably I will never listen to them. I might listen to what they have to say, but it shouldn't always be the reason why I go into the market. So this is really important that we point this out. All right. So anyways, back to what the BitMEX founder said, and BitMEX founder and CEO and Arthur Hayes. Arthur Hayes are bullish on the Ethereum price. He expects the asset to touch 3,000 by the end of the year, and applauds Ethereum for undergoing a major infrastructure change with its transition. During a recent podcast interview, he mentioned the flows are guaranteed as long as the merge is successful. Now, think about this, right? We all have something. If you're in the crypto space and all that, we all know something we can do with Ethereum. We all have something we can do with Ethereum. There's so much we could do with Ethereum, sincerely. I mean, if you're in the NFT space, you understand what I mean. So, given that there is so much to do with it, my question then becomes, why do you think it will go down? I think this is, of course, the Bitcoin is a gold, but Ethereum is actually going to be probably that diamond, So there's gold and there's a diamond. Ethereum is actually going to be the diamond. Of course, the symbol already says that, but Ethereum is eventually going to be a diamond, and it's either you see it now or you see it later, but this is where it's going to go. I think in the next 10 years, Ethereum is going to probably overtake Bitcoin, or Bitcoin is just going to be there, stuck at a certain price, while Ethereum comes and overtakes it because it has so much use, it has so much value, and and I said, like, if you have the opportunity, kindly buy a token that has value. Don't just jump into meme coins, because meme coins, of course, you grab your cash, but that is not a long-term thing. So be careful how you spend your money. If you're trying to get your money fast, okay, fine, do it, but don't say you weren't one. Anyways, whatever you get in here is not financial advice, so please thread carefully. That's literally me saying trade with your sense, your common sense. All right. Anyways, if you listened this far, thank you so much for listening, and that's it for today. I will be bringing you new updates tomorrow. All right. Have a nice one, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.